It's 36 past 11. Hey Siri, what's the temperature?
It's 16 degrees right now. My weather data is provided by the Weather Channel.
Well, isn't that lovely news, the Weather Channel? 16 degrees at 11 p.m, thereabouts. We do not need a toque. We do not need the alpaca beanie any longer. We are, what is it now, 6 days into spring or something? Six or 7 days into spring. This is a good sign. Being the regimented German that I am, on day one of spring, well, actually I was in Melbourne for day one of spring, but the day I got back to here, back to Culburra Beach, I made my spring changes. I don't know if you do spring changes when the seasons change. One of the changes was to open my bathroom window, just so that from out of there I get a blow through of wind coming, well, potentially coming through the whole room at night. And then what I did today, which was long overdue, I actually cleaned and dusted everything. Like, tops of the television is completely clear of dust. Back down there, all clear of dust. I even vacuumed right down in those gaps. I pulled out all of this crap here, took all that stuff out, dusted everything, did all of the dusting on here, cleaned everything out behind there, all this crap. Pretty much every little nook and cranny in this place, like behind here and on shelving and on tops of, by the way, I could just feel dust there. How did you escape that? On tops of like DVDs, like in here, on tops of these videos, tops of DVDs, tops of these VHS cassettes, tops of all these reels. I just went absolutely bananas in this place. And maybe it's this diet I'm on, but I feel like I have the energy to run around like a madman dusting. Mind you, this is the only time this year that I'll do that. Is that wrong? I'll vacuum in here, but I won't go crazy and pull things off the shelves and dust behind them. To be quite honest about it, I couldn't care. Like, I love it now. Like, even when you breathe in, it feels like there's less dust in the air in here. Like the air feels clean. Maybe it's because that window's open, but it does feel cleaner. But I couldn't care about doing that more regularly. And I know I probably should. Like, I even vacuumed underneath the corners of where like the power plugs are and all the cabling. I pulled all the cabling out, turned all the computer equipment off, unplugged everything and vacuumed everything. There is no dust in here except up on top of that thing. And yeah, I don't know, maybe that's just like sort of linked together with this diet I'm on. Like, I'm trying to cleanse my body and cleanse myself and therefore cleanse the environment. It's not actually, it's just because it's spring and I always do it in spring just to get a fresh start. But if the weather stays warm like this, like 16 degrees at, what is it, 11:36 when this started, if that stays like this warm, we are going to be in for a banging hot summer, and I cannot wait for that. I'm really keen to get back in the water and do some surfing, and a wave a day is going to come back, make its comeback for this year. No more elbow issues. I did a few push-ups yesterday, would you believe? I went for my first run since winter. I did a run, like a 6K run, did some push-ups. I couldn't do push-ups before. Like, my elbow just wouldn't lock together, and it still doesn't, but it didn't give me any trouble, which is really handy, you know. Like, that was a